Canned soups often contain very high levels of sodium, which can quietly harm your blood pressure over time. Today, we'll uncover how these common foods can erode your health and, more importantly, show you simple, science-backed ways to protect yourself without giving up. 1. Canned soups, the hidden salt trap. If you answered canned soup to the previous question, you're absolutely right. But what's more troubling is most people don't realize how much salt is hiding inside that seemingly harmless can. Here's why this matters. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become stiffer, and our kidneys become less efficient at filtering out excess sodium. When older adults unwittingly consume soups loaded with hidden salt, it silently accelerates high blood pressure, puts stress on the heart, and increases the risk of stroke and memory problems without any obvious early symptom. Think back to the days when your ring felt a little tighter, or your ankles swelled a little in the evening, or maybe you needed a longer nap. Often, this isn't just a sign of aging. It could be your body's way of whispering that salt is quietly doing its job. The scary part? Most canned soups don't even taste that salty. Just one bowl can sneak in more than 800 to 1, 0 milligrams of sodium, nearly half your recommended daily limit, and you won't even notice. That's why it's important to take action now. The next time you're craving a comforting bowl of soup, try making a simple soup at home with fresh ingredients, or opt for products labeled low sodium, aiming for less than 140 milligrams per serving. Small choices like these can quietly strengthen your heart, your memory, and your future. It is not about giving up your favorites, just making a few smarter choices. And the next one might surprise you even more, a healthy snack hiding a secret danger. If this surprised you about canned soups, comment number 1 below and let us know. 2. Sweetened yogurts, when healthy, turns harmful. When you walk down the dairy aisle, a colorful cup of yogurt often feels like the perfect choice, light creamy and packed with good-for-you promises. Many older adults swear by it for its digestive benefits, bone health, and gut health benefits. But here's the surprising truth. Those sweetened yogurts lining the shelves often contain a significant amount of added sugars, sometimes more than a slice of cake. And when older adults consume that much sugar in one sitting, it can silently spike blood sugar, accelerate inflammation, and weaken blood vessel walls, leaving them more vulnerable to diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. Imagine enjoying a small cup of yogurt after lunch, only to feel unusually lethargic an hour later, or noticing your blood sugar readings keep rising for no apparent reason. It could be that innocuous-looking carton of yogurt that's quietly sabotaging your efforts. Sadly, the healthy exterior hides a danger within. Many sweetened yogurts contain more than 20 grams of added sugar per serving, more than the American Heart Association recommends for an entire day. That's why switching to plain, unsweetened yogurt and adding a few fresh berries or a drizzle of honey could be one of the simplest yet most powerful changes you can make. Your heart, brain, and energy levels will thank you. Have you ever trusted a healthy snack like yogurt before? Comment number 2 if yes, you are not alone. 3. Frozen pizzas, the risk hiding in your freezer. Did you know that regularly eating ultra-processed foods like frozen pizza can increase your risk of colorectal cancer by 29%? But that's not a small number, and yet, you wouldn't guess it from the way we casually pop a pizza in the oven on a busy night. You know, it's funny how we think of frozen pizza as a harmless friend, always there when we're too tired to cook. But for older adults, that frozen friend often comes with hidden enemies: sky-high sodium, artery-clogging fats, and chemical preservatives that silently harden blood vessels and cause brain inflammation. You may not feel it for a while, maybe not even a week, but over time that post-meal heaviness, the gradual rise in blood pressure, the little forgetfulness, they start to add up. That doesn't mean you have to give up pizza forever. Just swap out that frozen box for a homemade version every once in a while. A whole wheat crust, a handful of fresh veggies, a little cheese. Sometimes, the smallest changes save the biggest things: your heart, your memory, your independence. If you have ever relied on frozen meals for a quick fix, drop a number 3 in the comments. Quick and easy meals are not the enemy, but some shortcuts come with a hidden price. And if you think frozen pizzas are sneaky, Wait until you hear what everyday meats might be doing behind your back. 4. Processed meats. Like pouring sand into your engine. Eating processed meat after age 60 is like pouring fine sand into the engine of a classic car. The damage slowly, silently accumulates until the parts no longer run as smoothly as before. Processed meats like bacon, ham, and cold cuts are full of nitrates, preservatives, and hidden fats. When they enter the aging body, they trigger inflammation, damage blood vessels, and quietly increase the risk of cancer, especially colorectal cancer, which remains a top threat to older adults today. Perhaps you've noticed after a few weekends of simple sandwiches a little bloating, a little more sluggishness, or an uncomfortable feeling in your stomach. These aren't random aches and pains. They're early signs that your body is struggling with chemical overload. But here's the good news. Replacing processed meat with fresher proteins like grilled chicken, tuna, or even plant-based options can save your engine. For the many miles ahead, you deserve to keep going strong, not pause and stop. Comment number 4. If you have ever grabbed a slice of deli meat without thinking twice. 5. Canned fruits with added sugar. When sweet turns sour. What if you think you're making a smart, healthy choice? Sugar for a can of fruit instead of a cookie, but it's secretly making things worse. Many older adults believe that canned fruit is a safe way to get your vitamins. But the truth is, most canned fruit is soaked in thick syrup filled with refined sugars that can quietly spike blood sugar, promote inflammation, and even accelerate cognitive decline over time. You may notice if you feel unusually thirsty after meals, experience brain fog more often, or even find that small cuts take longer to heal. These aren't random inconveniences. They're subtle, red flags that hidden sugars are quietly harming you. The good news? You don't have to give up fruit altogether. Choosing canned fruit labeled packed in water or no sugar added, or better yet, enjoying fresh berries or melons, can turn a potential hazard into a real health ally. Sometimes it's not about eating less, it's about eating smarter. If you thought canned fruit was a safe choice before today, comment number 5 and share your thoughts. Hidden sugars are not the only quiet threat sitting on our pantry shelves. Sometimes, it is the salt you do not taste that ends up doing the most harm. Let us take a closer look. 6. Canned soups. Can you spot the hidden danger? Do you recognize the hidden dangers lurking inside your familiar bowl of warm canned soup? It may seem harmless, warm, familiar, comforting. But what you can't see could be secretly harming you. Most canned soups are loaded with sodium, often sneaking in more than 800 to 10 milligrams in just one serving. For older adults, this silent overload of sodium can stiffen blood vessels, raise blood pressure, and strain the heart and kidneys, all without warning. You may notice the little things, feeling unusually thirsty, swelling in your hands or ankles, or waking up more tired than usual. These aren't just signs of aging. They're gentle alarms that your body is struggling with the hidden salt it's been eating all day. The next time you reach for soup, challenge yourself to check the label. Choose options labeled low sodium under 140 milligrams per serving. It's a small change, but it will protect your heart, brain, and freedom in the long run more than you might think. Have you ever checked a soup label for salt? If not, comment number 6, you are learning something important today. 7. French fries, a little treat that leaves a big mark. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to grab a few potato chips and then somehow eat the whole thing? They may seem harmless, a side dish, a little snack, but those crunchy chips are often loaded with unhealthy saturated fats, which secretly raise cholesterol, harden arteries, and put stress on an aging heart. Over time, you may notice a slower walk after a meal, heavier legs, or a nagging fatigue that never seems to go away. Little signs that your blood flow isn't what it used to be. The good news? You don't have to give up that little comfort altogether. Swap out your deep-fried fries for a home-baked version, or try a baked sweet potato. A small change that can make every step you take feel lighter, freer, stronger. If French fries have ever been your little guilty pleasure, go ahead and comment number 7 below. It is the little things we reach for without thinking that often leave the biggest marks. And sometimes, it is not just what's fried, but what's melted on top that slowly changes the way our bodies work. 8. Processed cheeses, the slow clog you never see coming. Over the years, it's easy to add a little extra processed cheese to your meals. A slice here, a handful there, it feels harmless, even enjoyable. But with every bite, the sodium and additives hidden inside slowly build up. For older adults, this invisible overload quietly stiffens arteries, raises blood pressure, and forces the heart to work harder than it needs to. You've probably noticed it, feeling more out of breath after climbing stairs, or waking up with a heavier chest than usual. These whispering signs aren't just getting older. They're signs that salt and chemicals are quietly building up inside you. The solution? Swap out the processed cheese slices for a small amount of real cheese like cheddar or Swiss, and enjoy the real thing without the hidden costs. Small changes today can help keep your heart healthier for years to come. Comment number 8. If you have ever tossed extra cheese on your plate thinking it would not hurt. 9. Alcohol. When a relaxing evening quietly takes its toll. Picture this, a quiet evening, your favorite chair, a small glass of wine in hand, the perfect way to unwind after a long day. But lurking within that relaxing routine is a hidden threat. For older adults, even moderate alcohol use can disrupt sleep, raise blood pressure, and interact with medications that protect your heart and brain. Over time, you may notice waking up groggy even after a full night's sleep, feeling more dizzy when standing up, or bruising more easily. These subtle signs can be early warning signs that alcohol is secretly taking a toll on your balance and health. You don't have to give up every sip of alcohol, but cutting back, substituting herbal tea or water, can keep your evenings pleasant without the hidden costs. If a small drink at night has ever been part of your routine, comment number 9, no judgment here. Sometimes, it is not just what we sip to relax, but what we reach for every day without a second thought that slowly leaves its mark. And few habits are as quietly damaging as the sweet bubbles we often trust too easily. 10. Sodas, a sweet habit that slowly drains your strength. If only we knew that just one can of sugary soda a day can quietly erode the healthiest of bodies over time. Soda weathers sugar, or artificially sweetened bombards the body with chemicals that spike blood sugar, weaken bone density, and cause slow-burning inflammation. For older adults, the risks are even higher as the body becomes less able to buffer these daily impacts. You may have felt it: a weaker grip, a slower gait, or even a sudden fall that caught you off guard. Small signs that the silent erosion has begun. But it's never too late to take back your strength. Swapping soda for water, herbal tea, or naturally flavored seltzer can help you heal from the inside out, one simple choice at a time. And if sodas have ever been your daily habit without you realizing the risk, comment number 10, now awareness, is the first step. Silent mistake, trusting the label without reading the fine print. Have you ever picked up a product labeled heart healthy, organic, or low fat, feeling confident that it was good for you? The hidden truth is, these words can be misleading. Many seemingly safe products are actually hiding dangerous amounts of salt, sugar, and chemical additives, the very ingredients that slowly make older adults sick. Here's what you should really check every time. Sodium. Look for less than 140 milligrams per serving if you're aiming for a heart-healthy choice. Added sugars. Stay under 5 grams per serving for everyday foods like yogurt, cereal, or snacks. Ingredient list. If sugar, salt, or any chemical you can't pronounce appears in the first 3 ingredients, put it back. Because trusting the label on the front without checking the back is like locking the front door but leaving the back door open. It's a small habit that silently shapes your health day after day. The next time you shop, slow down a bit. Your heart, brain, and future energy will thank you. You know, sometimes it is not the big dramatic things that change our health. It is the quiet choices, the foods we trust, the habits we repeat without thinking, that slowly shape our strength, our memory, our freedom. But the good news is, it is never too late to see deeper, choose smarter, and take back the life you deserve, one simple step at a time. If any part of today's video made you think differently about your daily habits, I would love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments, even just one small change you are planning to make starting today. And if you believe, like we do, that small choices create big hope, join our HEALZO community by subscribing right now. And share this video with the first person you think of, someone you care about who deserves a healthier, stronger tomorrow too. See you in the next video.